a bit more in terms of what that's doing for the housing sector in Ghana, the demand and supply availability.
Right. So there's a couple of things. So there's supply, demand, price, right? And the problem that we have is because the land prices have been inflated. When people build on land, the prices are really high. So what you tend to happen in the prime areas where the supply is high is actually, it's not really diaspora. I mean, diaspora are a proportion. It's actually wealthy Ghanaians who are purchasing them.
Yeah.
Because it acts, we had our bond market crash not too long ago. It acts as a really good hedge against the dollar. Because the developers often give you favorable exchange rates for your cities.
Right.
So high earners in Ghana and the high earners in diaspora come and they purchase these as like, okay, well, cool. Like, you know, I have cities. If I don't spend it or if I don't exchange it for something, a store of wealth, it's going to depreciate.
Yes, but they know that.
Yeah, not so much now, which makes it a little bit even less of an attractive proposition. But anyway, when they have them, the challenge is that there's so much supply at the high end. The only people that can afford it is embassies, NGOs, and scammers.
Oh, scammers.
Those are the only guys.
Wow.
Embassies, NGOs, and scammers. So embassies, corporate NGOs, and scammers.
Yeah.
So people who have the budget to stay in town because the offices or wherever they need to be are there, and that's what they do. Or people who scam and enjoy the luxury high-end places.
Yeah.
What happens over time? What happens over time is some of the luxury high-end buildings then become filled with scammers.
Oh, wow.
They become filled with scammers.
Really?
And they deteriorate really quickly because the scammers come in, and when they come in, it's not like they come in there to kind of work on their laptops remotely or whatever. They're coming here and they're doing drugs, they're whatever.
Right.
And they are the ones staying by the poolside. You know, one of my clients, he bought one in a brand new building. At first, it's all good, nice, whatever but then what happens is the Airbnb market, because and before I used to run an Airbnb management company for like 5 years.
Okay.
I used to take care of like the elders' properties here.
Okay.
And 60% of my requests were scammers. About 60%.
Really?
I had to turn away more people because the first request I got when I first started was a scammer. They come in, then all of a sudden the card isn't working. Can I pay you cash? They take it off platform. Airbnb find out about it. They try and ban you.
Right.
That's what happens to a lot of people. So what happens over time is when it first goes up, it's really nice. People like it, blah, blah, blah. You get a few apartments, whatever. You buy an apartment, you're in there. Over time, because nobody can actually afford it, the only thing you can take is scammer money.
Right.
And if you take it directly, you risk your profiles on Airbnb, booking.com. So what tends to happen is people use the staff, the receptionists and what have you, and just say, look after this. I can't manage it myself. And then they get walk-ins, take the money, put it into an account. So you're getting paid. But the money is coming from scammers.
Right.
And over time, more and more scammers populate these buildings and they deteriorate, you know, they're smoking.
So they are renting them as Airbnb and staying in them.
Airbnb, they'll do short-term Airbnb. They give money. They'll use it to go and stay. I mean, what are you going to do with money that you haven't earned and you live in Ghana?
Yes.
Go stay in a plush place, buy nice clothes, blah, blah, blah. So what you'll find is it's the guys walking around with their little man purses, Gucci flip-flops.
Dear God.
And that's what happened. So it happened to a client of mine. And after about a year or 2 years of owning the place, he was like, his laundry bill went up so high because people coming in and out, making a mess of the place. And then he went to spend some time there himself, went up to the lounge and the rooftop terrace. And he was just like, it's just a lot of riffraff there. So this is the kind of stuff that you see on the ground when you're in the industry and you have to do reports and like research for people. And you're like, hang on a second. you may buy this studio because it's an attractive sticker price, $65,000-$70,000.
Yeah.
But are you better off spending $150 on a smaller unit?
Yeah.
Where the owner's looking for real people, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a wild market, and these are stories you're never gonna hear.
No,
you're never gonna hear.
No.
But when you're on the ground and like you speak to enough people and people come to you for insight,
you
realize here's some of the fallbacks. And the other things that happens as well is people buy at a sticker price. Maybe one story I heard recently, somebody bought an apartment, $180,000, 2-bedroom apartment. And by the time, they needed to liquidate, because also you're paying service charges.
Yes.
So, if I put 180,000 into the stock market, I can expect 7% a year.
Mm-hmm.
If I put 180,000 into Ghanaian real estate, I could expect to spend 10 to 12% a year on service charge.
Right. Okay.
So that same 180k either makes money or I pay.
You pay,
right,
to own a place.
Yeah. But then what happens sometimes is, and this doesn't happen with everything, but if you haven't got something unique about the development, and there's a block and there's 400 apartments in there, and you're trying to sell one, someone else might be trying to sell, and you end up taking less than what you paid for it.
Yeah.
I've had experiences, and that experience what I was talking about, maybe it was, I think it was 180, ended up selling for 120. They lost 60k on it because they needed the money. And the only person that was willing to pay was willing to pay less than what they paid for it. 60k loss. I've seen worse.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen worse. And I think I don't
this
often
is the
say
bubble, isn't it?
I don't often say it. And that's what I'm saying. Even if it bursts, it won't burst overtly, because the mechanisms in the system aren't standard. You're not all paying mortgages.
Yeah.
You've paid outright from your pocket. Mm-hmm. You want to get the same money back, but there's no buyers. Mm-hmm. So then someone says, well, I got 120 for you.
Yeah.
If you want to take it, it depends how desperate you are.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I really need that money. Take it.
Yeah.
And there are others that have done that. Some people that have built apartment buildings, become cash strapped, and there's no buyers. You price it at $250,000. If you price it at $250,000 and there was sub 2-digit interest rate mortgages, okay, maybe, because people can use debt. But you asking for $250,000 on a 1-year payment plan. Who has $250,000 sitting in their account just normally?
Yeah.
Very few people in the world. Very few people in the world even have $10,000.
Exactly. Yes.
So because of those market dynamics, it doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. So over time, what's going to happen is there's going to be more empty apartments.
Yeah.
There's going to be more frustrated landlords that look to get out, and there'll be better deals. Yeah. And the market will slowly come down, but it won't be obvious.
No.
Because there's no public information. So it's this kind of circle of cloak and mirrors.
Yes.
That's what I was.
And thanks so much to you, our viewers and listeners as well, for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button now if you've not already done so. And do share and like to amplify our voices to create the positive change we need. And don't forget to grab yourself a copy of our book, The Great Return, which is on Amazon in all forms. And if you're doing or thinking of doing business or investing in Ghana or the rest of Africa, then we can help. Get in touch by visiting our website, tgrafrica.com, and book a consultation to discuss all forms of collaborations and partnerships, either with us or with others, and also for business and investment advice and guidance. And also, last but not least, to check out all the other great stuff we're doing and how you can get involved. See you in the next episode.